Hey, welcome back. This is Random Adventures. I'm Brian. This is part 5 of Uncle Buck. Let's check it out. All right, welcome back. Like I said, part 5, Uncle Buck. This is my 1988 Bronco II two-wheel drive. This is the one that I am dropping, V8 swapping, big brake upgrades, big wheel upgrades, big interior upgrades, and maybe some exterior upgrades too. So if you haven't watched the first 4, go back, check them out, see what I got going on with this. It's a pretty big project. So I'm at the point right now where I am working on the core support. I've already got the radiator installed, and what I'm doing now is I am converting to 7-inch round early Bronco headlights. This side is already done. I have a couple videos farther back on the channel where I show step by step on how I do this. It's kind of like my little signature thing. I always do this conversion on these trucks. So I'll give you just a quick overview of how it's done, what I'm doing, and then what it looks like. So let's check this out. So I got the core support. This is all basically ready to bolt back on the truck. I drilled out all the spot welds, put in riv nuts in place of those. So this is going to bolt back on. Radiator's mounted. But before I do, I don't want to run the rectangle headlights. I'm going to run the round 7s. So what I got to do is had to make a couple relief cuts here, bend this high piece down. So this ring is going to sit right in there. I drilled a 5/16 hole there, 5/16 hole there for the early Bronco adjusters, but I have to turn these holes into rectangles. So with a Dremel and a triangle file, I can turn these into rectangles, so these will snap in. And then we have this. The cup will then mount to the early Bronco adjusters. Headlight sits in there. And then that's what it ends up looking like. End result is going to look like this. So that's the look I'm going for with this one here. Something I think is pretty unique. So like I said, all I got to do is take my little triangle file, my Dremel. I got to turn these round holes into rectangles so I can snap in these headlight adjusters. And then the cups will sit in there. So let's go ahead and knock these out real quick. And there they are. Headlights converted. I got some, what do you call them, the 904 conversion bulbs coming. So that's just an old mock-up one, so waiting for the good ones to come. But there's the adjusters fitted to the core. Adjustment spring just hooks into there. Just hooks there. Full adjustability. Turned out good. It's going to look awesome on this truck. I think it's going to look really freaking cool. And there is the core support. Just a couple bolts holding it in place. Looks pretty good. Everything's lining up good. That worked out nice. Look good back here. I don't know. What do you think? Should we throw the new grill on just for a look-see? I think we should. Yeah, let's do it. Oh yeah, that looks sweet. Brand new chrome reproduction grill. Good luck finding these anymore. And then the headlights. I mean, it looks like a total classic. Makes it look so much older than it is. The There'll be a white stone guard along there, and then the chrome bumper, and I have a nice cool trick in mind for the bumper. But heck yeah, that looks freaking great. See up here how paint on the core support. That looks great. Oh, I'm loving this. Not bad for a beater. Okay, before I can move the truck, I need to be able to steer the truck. So when I stripped the engine compartment, I took the original steering shaft off with its rag joints. It doesn't look in terrible shape. The rubber doesn't look too deteriorated, but it's rusty and paint's peeling off, and eventually these are they're gonna induce slop into the steering, which I don't want. So what I did was I bought an upgraded Borgenson shaft that has solid U-joints in it. Got to be modified. They give it to you super extra long, and you got to chop it down. It is it's list for the 80 to 87 Ford full size, and it is part number 000985 oh yeah, that's it. 000985 Borgenson. So I've cut this much off the outside shaft and this much off the inner. It's a collapsible shaft. So I already have it on the truck after I've cut it down and modified it. So show you what that looks like. I just got to clean it up, get the grease off of it. We'll paint it so it doesn't rust. And it's going to give you extra clearance for headers. It's going to give you a more positive feel in the steering wheel. It's going to eliminate another couple spots for slop in your steering. So let me show you what that looks like. And that is the shaft there. Quite a big difference. Because you don't have the rag joints, you have a lot more room for your header right here, namely because of that joint there. A lot smaller. So, nice upgraded shaft. That's done. Like I said, it's got to paint it. It's a little process on getting all the pieces cut down to the right length to get it right. So take your time on figuring all that out. Measure twice, cut once, you know the deal. But there you go. All right, we're outside seeing it in the sunlight. Man, it looks really good. I love those headlights in there. Now it looks like it was built in the 70s, which is exactly what I was going for. Look at that. Look at those two brothers. The Mutt and Buck. All right, so I just got that sitting in place right now just so it's not on the ground in the garage and I'm tripping over it. Just got a couple bolts holding it there. We'll leave it there. Now I'm obviously starting on the roof. The windshield opening mast off, and I'm just gonna take the DA to it and just go to town. I'm taking that down to bare metal. Get it down to bare metal. I got some, I don't know, 3-in-1 direct to metal primer my local Sherwin-Williams sold me on. So we'll try that. Still got to get the back glass out so I can get down in all those areas up there real good. And once I got it in primer, I may go ahead and just cut that in the paint, and then I'm good to have the new windshield put in. Then it'll be sealed up again. So that's probably what I'll do. So, all right, let's get to sanding and see how this turns out. Okay, I started working on the roof, using my good old trusty DeWalt electric DA. I know it's not the best for auto work, but it's what I got. So, yeah, I started off with some 220 grit paper, and that was not taking it down to bare metal good enough. So I had to resort to some 80 grit, get a lot more aggressive with it to get this rust off the roof here. I was working on it outside, and we got some rain, some bad weather came in. So while that was in bare metal, I just went ahead and threw some of that primer on there just so it wouldn't immediately flash rust on me again. So, but I'll probably go back over this with the 80 grit, take this back off now that it's inside. Then I can go ahead and I can take the paint, cut that jam in around the window, at least get in the base coat. And I really would like to get the windshield put in this thing here soon. So anyway, I'm going to keep keep working on this. The 80 grit's working a lot better, taking it down to bare metal. So a lot to do here. It's a big surface. So I'm going to go ahead and keep chipping away at this, get her down to metal, and get some primer on it, seal it up, and we'll go from there. All right, there's kind of the first pass with the 80 grit on the whole roof. Yeah, it's going to take some more elbow grease to get her all down to bare metal. Whoops. Yeah. Definitely going to take some work. But yeah, we'll get her down. I'm going to keep hitting this. This other paper is working a lot better than the other crap I bought. So yeah, keep picking away at it. Let's get her done. All right, before I go gutting the interior on this, I'm going to send at least this seat to my upholstery lady to have her repack the foam. All the fabric is good on these, but before I go pulling all this apart here in the next few days, I wanted to test fit a center console. I don't have an original one for it. It never did have one. So my buddy had two consoles that I could try. He's got I don't know, this must be like an early 90s style Ford Explorer center console. It's got the fold down armrest that would go right here. Test fitting this, but I need to make sure that I got room for my floor shifter. And this one here this would be the one I would like to use, but I don't want this way down here on the floor shifting. That's not comfortable. That's dumb. I was thinking about moving it over here. That's a little close to my leg. I thought about maybe on an angle, but unfortunately, I don't think this will work. I can't really go back with it any farther because the back seats have got to be able to flip up for the seat to fold down all the way, so I can't really shove it back. The other console he gave me is an aftermarket one for like a Jeep Wrangler. It's like made by Genrite or Moto-Built or something like that. And that one, I think it's already going to be too wide and too long to do the same thing. So looks like, I don't know, I was hoping to not have to build a center console from scratch. I was hoping one of these would work, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. So probably going to be building another center console of my own design here, because I really would like this shifter to be kind of, when I'm sitting here, I'd like to be able to have my hand resting at least near the ball. So this is going to have to go, a little bit lower, but somewhere like in this area here. And then I can put cup holders on either side of it, make a little cubby hole or an armrest or something. So, yep, more custom fab here. Unfortunately, have to build one from scratch, but that's cool. I'll probably do like what I did in my Truggy when I built the center console with that. I'm going to be recovering the headliner. I'll probably going to do some kind of different cool looking design fabric on the headliner, and there is a lot of it. And when I build the center console, I'll more likely probably tie some elements of that into this so they kind of tie in together. They match the fabric and stuff. What little you'll be able to see on the sides, but still. Yep. So a stock center console is not going to work. So, oh well, it is what it is at this point. All right, it's been a busy few days here. Got a bunch of work done on this. I got the new headlights, the permanent ones, installed. Those turned out good. They got the real bulbs in them, so I can put some LEDs in there. And after much sanding on the roof, I got it all down as good as I can get it. And it's in primer. It's in that 3-in-1 primer out of a can. Turned out pretty good. I still got to pull the glass out and just there's a little bit of an edge around it I need to get to right there. So I'm going to pull this glass out. So I'm going to be working on the rest of today is gutting the interior because I now have an empty bay here. So finally, this was long overdue. Kick the T-Bird outside temporarily. I'm going to put it in my trailer for storage for a little bit. So now I got room in here. I can pull all the interior out. I can lay it out. I'm actually going to bring the motor over here, start tearing down the motor. Got me a table set up for the parts so I can get multiple things going here at once. But I did go pick up all my paint supplies, and as soon as I get this back glass out, just finished prepping around the edge where the glass goes. The roof is pretty much ready to be sprayed. So I think I'm going to get things ready to where I can at least shoot the roof, and maybe I'll shoot the hatch, because it's fiberglass. Obviously, it doesn't need any kind of like repair. I just need to scuff it up, pull the window latch out, and maybe when I paint the roof, I can go ahead and shoot that. But damn, there's not much. I don't know. Maybe I'll prep the whole thing and just do all the blue color at once. Just get it all done. I got it's a base coat blue that's going to go on. The hardener has incorporated. I'm sorry, the reducer has hardener incorporated into it, so it's going to be a lot more durable. And then once it's all done, and I'd redo the white, we'll clear coat the whole truck together. So I think that's the plan. But for now, that it turned out pretty good. All the rust is gone. Hopefully that primer is as good as what I was told, and it seals up everything good. So I don't want that rust coming back. So anyway, gonna get busy. I'm gonna start pulling the interior out so I can get these quarter glass out, and just put in a call to my upholstery lady to see if I can get the seats dropped off, get them the foams repacked, and yeah, just man, rolling, just whatever I can do here. So let me get back into it. All right, I got the most of the rear stuff, back panels taken out. Some of the trim for the headliner is out. Can I believe this? If you've ever worked on one of the interiors of these trucks for more than 5 minutes, you'll know typically seat belts don't survive over time. These things usually rust right to the floor, and first time you try to pull them out, they snap off. These, every one of them just broke loose and are perfectly fine. All the trim pieces are here, and here we go. Just stick it from the carpet. Oh, I gotta get the seat belt slide thing out of the floor. That'll be the fun one. That'll be the true test. If that one comes out without breaking or stripping, that'll definitely be a miracle. Let me get to that one. Okay, I got both seats out. All the bolts came right out. Of course, these two big T50s go through the seatbelt retractors or seatbelt slides on the floor. I broke both of my Torx bit sockets on those, so those are definitely seized in there tight. I'm gonna have to run on the hardware, get some more T50s to try to get those out. But other than that, yeah, I can't believe seat tracks, the seat sliders are not rusted out. Came right out, bolts came right out, so doing good. Gonna finish getting all the sill plates and the rest of this trim out, strip everything off the top, get the headliner out, back seats, you know the deal. It's gotta keep flying here. Okay, things are escalating. We have seats out. I'm working on them stupid T50 Torx bit bolts that hold the seats down. They are definitely fighting me. But headliner's out. Almost only 2 trim panels left, that one and the other one. And boy, I got quite the mess. Oh yeah, the hatch is gone. Decided to pull that off. There was some crusty, rusty crap across there, and actually the water leak that I had on this side was actually coming through the hinge bolt where the hatch bolts to the body. There was water coming in there and then running down this. So it wasn't coming in through the glass, but we're still pulling those glass out. I re-seam sealed everything along there, picked out all the old crap. Everything in here looks so clean though. Floor pan is like spotless. I'm going to get everything gutted out of here, and then the plan is I'm going to wash everything, get all this just years and years of dust, get all that crap out of here. So all that just Makes it stink. Headliner, it busted up pretty good getting that out. I don't know if I'm going to be able to salvage that board. So I got to figure out what the heck I'm going to do about that. Oh boy. I know there were plans a while ago about somebody making a replacement headliner board. May have to see where that project is at. Because I don't know if I'm going to be able to save that one. But anyway, get the rest of these seats out. Then I can rip the carpet out. Then I'll be able to clean everything and get to all the bolts for the back glass. Pull those out. I got my pile. Here's all the interior trim. All that's going to get washed, cleaned. I got lots of cracks and broken pieces, and I'm going to fix what I can, salvage what I can, repaint them. Some of it I may have to replace. But it's all going to look like brand new when it goes back in, I promise you that. So anyway, and now while the hatch is out, I can work on cleaning up the fiberglass and get ready for paint when I get ready to do this. So, all right, back to the mess. And there it is. She gutted. Everything is out. All the trim's out. Floors look phenomenal, other than just a couple spots with a little bit of surface rust where the paint rubbed off. I'll just have to wire wheel that down, treat it with some rust encapsulator, and then it's good. There's nothing to fix in here. Actually, just clean. Just clean all this dust and dirt. Get all that crap out of here. Make it spotless in here. I got that little spot right there. It's just surface rust. Just got to wire wheel that down, treat it. And same for right there. Solid though. She's good. Love it. So now I can continue on. I think, yeah, other than now, it's going to pull the dash apart and that door, and then that's it. And I'm done for in here. And then we'll move on to something else, because this will stay like this until it starts going back together. And then these got to come out. All right, so here's another awesome surprise. So this bumper is the one I'm going to modify. And I'm going to mount some driving lights in it. It's just a painted black bumper. Got off one of my Bronco II part source guys. Thank you, Clinton. This thing is just a painted black bumper. When it's all done being modified, I have to get this chromed. And I like it because it's a non-trim bumper. I don't like the one that was on the truck, being that it was an XLT, had that black plastic trim. And it was all nicked up, gouged up. It looked like crap. I want all chrome. So this bumper is going to work out good. I'll be able to chrome plate it. I'm not sure which process I'm going to use yet, but it will be chrome. The bumper that was on the back, though, unfortunately, it wouldn't match because it still has that black plastic trim, which I do not like. And again, it's all cut up, gouged up. Looks like total crap. So, lucky me, in my stash of parts, I totally forgot I had a rear bumper. Got this from my friend Jeff, sadly, that passed away. This came from a stash of parts that he gave me, and this is exactly the bumper that I need. It only had the little corner plastic trim, so it has one hole on each side, and that bracket just bolts behind the bumper bolt. So all I have to do is pull the bumper bolt off and put a nice shiny one back in it, and I have a nice, smooth, plain chrome bumper. This thing is like a 9 out of 10. It is so nice. And of course it is, because Jeff didn't ever keep garbage. Jeff only kept the best of the best stuff. So this bumper is going to work awesome on the truck. All I have to do is swap that little hitch bracket onto this one here. And then I still have use of a bumper pull with a ball on it, so I can pull a little trailer with it if I choose. Hint, hint. That's a discussion for another day. But yeah, this is freaking awesome. So this bumper I can send down the road to somebody else that can use it, because it's probably a, I don't know, a 6 out of 10 bumper. That's definitely a 9 out of 10. That's going to look so awesome on this truck. Oh, score. Okay, I've been working on this bumper deal here for a good solid day now, trying to figure out how I'm going to address this. But unfortunately, adding that little hitch plate to this bumper is not as easy or a direct swap like I thought it would be. The bumpers are actually different in how the bracket bolts to the bumper, the bolts to the frame. The brackets are different, so I have to swap the brackets to be able to bolt the hitch plate to this new bumper. But also, the bumper bolt holes are not even either A, in the right place, or they don't exist. There should be more holes along the bumper here for the hitch plate to bolt to, and this bumper doesn't have them. So I got to get creative in, I can't just swap the mounting brackets because they don't bolt to the bumper. So I have to put the original mounting brackets back on this bumper, and I have to take the bumper brackets that held the hitch, and I got to cut them up, and I got to combine the two of them so I can make this happen. Let me show you. These are the two different bumper brackets. This one bolts to the face of the bumper and the bottom of the bumper, where this one bolts to the top and bottom of the bumper. So what I have to do is, this is the part that bolts to the hitch, which that bracket does not have. So what I'm going to end up doing is, you can kind of see where I'm going there, I'm going to lop off that part of the painted bracket, and I'm going to weld it to this bracket. So I'm going to make a hybrid bracket out. I'm going to combine them both. So the original brackets that I can clean up, bolt it back to the good bumper, and it'll have the provision for the hitch mount. So it took me a while to figure out what was going to be the best way to do this, because I really don't want to like drill new holes into the bumper if I don't have to. But this should work. I'll get that welded on there real good, and then everything should work out just fine. So that's my solution to that, and I'll go ahead and get that done, and then yeah, we'll see what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. Got the piece for the hitch welded to the original bumper bracket for this bumper, and now the hitch plate bolts up, but I am going to have to drill a hole there and a hole there through the bumper. Then I can bolt it up with some fresh bumper bolts, and this is good to go. Can't wait to flip it over and see what it looks like all completed. So let me get those 4 holes drilled out, get them bolted up tight, and the bumper project is done, and this thing looks great. And the brackets are done. I was 2 bumper bolts short, so I ended up throwing some grade 8 bolts in those 2 locations, so they're probably stronger than the bumper bolts. So there it is, and let's flip it over and show you the money shot. There it is. That looks so good. All chrome under them holes for the trim, and we've got a ball mount for a hitch if I choose to. Hint, hint, foreshadowing. All right, so let's just throw it on the back of the truck, make sure the brackets, everything still line up with the frame, and that'll be a wrap. And bam, there it is. Oh, that looks so good on there. All chrome. It's gonna look so good with the wheels. Oh, I love it. This thing looks so good. Heck yeah. All right, success. Okay, I forgot to film the actual removal, but glass is out. It actually went pretty smooth. There's the windows. Did not break either of them. Came out without any drama. Unbolted them. My buddy Eric came over, kind of helped pull from the outside while I ran a little pry tool / knife around the little foam tape on the inside, and they pushed right out. So we're good to go now. So now I can go ahead, I can clean up. Let me back this up. I can clean up the channel up here, get that all cleaned and prepped. Then I can finish priming that part up there, so then the roof can finally get some color sprayed on it, because we're good to go there. I kind of want to get that done, but then again, I'm thinking about, should I just go ahead and just do all the blue? So I don't know. So we'll see. But yeah, they're out. Let me get this cleaned up, get some primer on those bare rusty spots there that were hidden behind the window trim. And these will probably not be going back in the truck. I have other windows with better trim on them that I'll be using instead. So these will just get thrown back in the extra part stash. All right, got that channel all cleaned up, blended it into the roof, and she's all primed both sides. Looks good. All right, so I'm gonna call the roof preparation done. It's basically ready for a quick scuff and then shoot it with color. So that's done. Happy about that. Okay, well, now that I got the roof taken care of, the interior is gutted. I've also went ahead, I put insulation, like sound deadening sheets across the roof skin on the inside. That's all done. I think we're going to wrap up this video there. Pretty good progress. Got the new bumper on. Happy with that. So we're going to cut this video here. I think it's long enough as it is. We'll pick it up on the next one. The next video is going to be specifically on the headliner. I got the headliner out. It is so brittle and it's just literally breaking apart. I can't even peel the fabric off of it without it. It's just going to fall apart on me. So I have an idea. I'm going to try to see if this will fix it. If it does, I'll be so happy. If not, then I'm back to square one. So you'll have to tune into the next video to see what that's going to be. But for now, that's it. This one's wrapped up, making good progress here. Hope you're enjoying the build process of all of this, and come back for the next one. Don't forget, give it a like, give it a subscribe, leave me a comment, and go check out Random Adventures on Facebook and Instagram as well for updates every now and then on this stuff. So appreciate you. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.